Hi everyone, welcome back to Novel Idea. My name is Dia and this is Poppy. Do you want to say hello? And I am just trying to get caught up on all of the videos. I have a bunch of new books that I need to share with you guys, show you kind of what I've been acquiring. I would say 85% of these were free. I have tag videos that I need to get out. I haven't done a wrap up in a couple of weeks. And I think at this point, I'm just gonna wait for the wrap up until the end of the month. So it'll be like a half month worth of reading, which is going to be huge, but I want to wait. We only have just a little bit of April left anyway. So I'm going to do that, but let's get into this haul so that it is not 2 hours long and I can share with you the books. And I'll try to remember to share where I acquired them as well. Okay, let's get started. So the first book that I picked up was a real surprise to me. I have actually never seen this book before. During Lent, I read Thomas Merton's New Seeds of Contemplation, but I had never seen seeds before. So I picked this up at my library. They always have a free cart out in the entryway, and this was on that cart. And so it is considered one of his most contemplative works and one of the most contemplative works of Christian literature in general. And he was a political activist, social visionary, literary figure whose writings combine the candor of Thoreau and the moral vision of Gandhi. I would say that he is probably one of my favorite to read in like the Christian mystics. I just really enjoy him. I don't always agree with him 100%, but that's okay. That's okay. I can weed things out. So, seeds. This is another one that was on that cart, and it's not in the best of condition, but I love this book. I love it. And this is a cover I've actually never seen of this book before, but I absolutely love Watership Down. If you guys have never read this story, you have to have patience. You have to enjoy a slow story, and you also have to enjoy animals that talk like people, think and act like people. But I love it. I love it. So if it's something that interests you, you definitely pick it up. Another one that was free is The Baby Name Wizard. I am a huge name buff. I love the meanings of names. I used to moderate a site on the internet way back in the days when it was first getting going and everything was a chat room. Baby Center? The Baby Center, I think, was the name of the actual website. And then, yeah, I moderated several of the boards, of the name boards on the Baby Name Wizard part. I love names, love the meanings of them, love the way that they flow together. It's one of the reasons why Charles Dickens and I have such a good relationship because he just comes up with the most fabulous names. If you were around on my channel back in November, I had a book that I really wanted to read for Nonfiction November. My library couldn't get it. I think originally they had it and maybe somebody didn't turn it back in, they lost it or something. And that is Adam Nicholson's The Sea Room. And this is about an island that Adam's father bought very cheaply off the coast of Scotland, and it was passed down to Adam, and Adam was getting ready to pass it on to his own son, and he wrote this book about that island, about growing up on that island in the summers, on vacations, and just kind of put all of the memories into one book. When I was out of town, I went to a library sale and found this for 25 cents. Another one that I have wanted to read for a very long time, I found this one on eBay, and it was a 99-cent book. So practically free. This is John Kennedy Toole's Confederacy of Dunces, and I cannot wait to get into this book. I've heard so many good things. It's a classic I have not read, and I really, really, really want to get to it as soon as possible. You have been hearing me talk about the series that Michelle from Books Cause Insomnia and I have been reading together. It's the Library Lovers series by Jen McKinley, and we are really enjoying it. I think we're on book 5 now. But when I was at Goodwill, I found one of the books in the series. I think this is like number 13. So we've got a little while before I get to this one, but just not having to wait for it to come in from the library and to find it so inexpensively. This was 50 cents at Goodwill. This is hardcover, it's in perfect condition, and this is The Plot and the Pendulum, and it's in the Library Lover series. Very excited about that. Just today, actually, my husband is taking some time off work right now, vacation time, and we're not going anywhere. It's a staycation for us. It's just basically because he needs some time to recuperate from being over on the Oregon coast, which that footage is up if you guys want to see us driving through some beautiful countryside. Anyway, he took some time off, and we decided to go to a couple of used bookstores in the town that's right close by us. It's only about 3 or 4 minutes away from us. And so we went into town and went to a used bookstore, and I found The Housekeeper and the Professor. I'm so sorry if you can hear all of the landscaping going on out there. Hopefully it'll go away soon. Housekeeper and the Professor. This is by Yoko Ogawa, and I read this last year, and it was a dearly, dearly loved book. It was a sweet, slow story about a relationship between a single mother who becomes a housekeeper to an aging professor. He has a head injury that does not allow him to remember things after like 13 hours, I think. And the relationship that he also develops with her son. And it is wonderful. If you haven't read this book, I highly recommend it. And I was so excited to find it for 25 cents. When we were in Oregon, when we were in Oregon, we stopped at a little bookstore in Brookings where we were, and it was really cute. It was dinky, it was really tiny, but it was so cute. And I found some books there. So the first one that I found is Marcella, a Raggedy Ann story. This is a really old copy, but my daughter, youngest daughter, is a huge fan of Raggedy Ann. And this has all of the original art. It even smells like an old book, you guys. So, Marcella, a Raggedy Ann story. It's front and back, the same. And then I found a Daphne du Maurier, and I have not read this one yet, but it is The King's General. And this cover, you guys, look at that cover. Oh my word, how much was this one? This was $1. So this one I also found at that little bookstore in Brookings. And then I could not say no to Calvin and Hobbes. I never say no to Calvin and Hobbes. My kids have procured the other Calvin and Hobbes books that I used to have. And so I just keep replacing them every time I find it. So this is one of the first ones that was put out. 1987 is the printing for this one. So very excited to have Calvin and Hobbes back in my life. Okay, then I actually ordered this online. I'm trying to remember if it was Thrift Books or Second Sale. I can't remember for sure. But I ordered it because my library didn't have it, and we were going to be doing it as a group read with Jack, Sandy, and Gemma. Jack from Spread Book Joy, Gemma from Gemma Books, and Sandy from Miss Reads a Lot. And we tried to do a read of Tigana. Wow, just a minute. And 2 of them DNF'd it. And the 2 of us that finished it wished we wouldn't have. And so we decided to try another one together. And we decided to try a short one, because then if it was terrible, we wouldn't have too much to commit to. And I heard about this book. And so I said, well, I'm hearing some good things about this book. And one of the girls said, oh, I really like that author. And so we said, okay, this is the book. We're going to do it. It's going to be better. It wasn't better, you guys. It was better in some ways and not better in others. I will tell you about it in my wrap up for April, because we just got finished with it. That is The Keeper 6 by Kate Elliott. It's the coolest cover ever. I don't know if you can see, but it is a dragon skull, and one of the eyes has like a portal opening almost to it. And they're like standing in light and water. Yeah, really cool cover. Not such a cool book. Then I went to my library book sale here, and I can't say library book sale. My library has a store attached to it that is secondhand books, or books that the library itself has decided to discard. And so I get books there quite often. And these ones were all 25 cents. And they are all ones that I have read prior to this and loved. And so I decided to pick them up. Not my favorite covers, but Brennan Manning's Abba's Child, and 25 cents. And I love this book. This one and Ragamuffin Gospel are probably my favorite Manning books. Brennan Manning has such a father's heart. It's really a beautiful, beautiful book. I also picked up Amanda Gorman's Call Us What We Carry. Amanda is the one that spoke at the inauguration. She gave the inaugural poem. I've read this, like I said, I think I said that already, but I'm really happy to own it. Even though it's not my favorite cover of it for 25 cents, I'm not gonna complain. And then also I picked up Victorian Cottages, or Victorian Cottage Residences. And this is literal like blueprints of different cottages and gardens and stuff from the Victorian era. And I have things marked in here for what I love and how I would like to do things one day if we ever get the chance to own some property and a house again in our lifetime. Almost done, you guys, I swear. If you saw my video with Tiffany, we got to do the Introduce Your BookTube Buddy tag. She sent me book mail, I sent her book mail, and this is the book that she sent me. And this is the Anne of Green Gables cookbook. And it has all kinds of recipes from Anne of Green Gables in it. So it has Anne's liniment cake without the liniment, the way that it was supposed to be made. It has the plum pudding with the caramel sauce that the rat dies in. And it has all kinds of things. The raspberry cordial is in here and just some other things. I'm just so excited. I think Tiffany and I are both going to use this for a couple of the recipes for the picnic prompt in Ella Montgomery readathon. I picked up this and I wish I could remember where I picked it up because I have no idea, but I love it and I'm very excited to own it, and I have read it before. And this is Homegrown. It is by Marta Tegan. So here is a little drawing of Brussels sprouts, but it talks to you about Brussels sprouts. It tells you the best climate and the type of site to grow them. It gives you the growing season. It says when to harvest seed if you want to do that, how much to plant, the best companions for it, and then it gives you recipes and ways to use them. So it's a growing guide. Edible flowers are in here too. And then probably one of my very favorite finds is a book that I got at a little free library. Only my second time ever visiting a little free library. I don't even remember where we were, but we were somewhere not here. And I picked this up because I didn't know it was a book. I had no idea that it was an actual book. Mine and my kids' favorite movies when they were not real young. I want to say like preteen, and that is Ted Hughes' The Iron Giant. So this was written by Ted Hughes for his children when their mother committed suicide. I think originally it was called The Iron Man. I would like to get the one that is just all... I'm just gonna wait. Wow. Anyway. Wow. I appreciate them. I just don't appreciate them right now. So, the little boy spends a lot of time out wandering the woods and finds a very large metal man living in the wood. They become best friends, basically. And there's something that happens in their town, and even though everyone seems to be afraid of the giant, he saves them. It's just a wonderful, wonderful story. This is illustrated by Laura Carlin. Is that right? Laura Carlin. And like I said, I would like to get the one that is just text, but I think this one is going to be really good as well. So very excited. And if you have not seen this movie, it is excellent. Watch it. Okay guys, that's it. If that wasn't enough. 17 books. If you've read any of these, please let me know. I would love to know that. If there's anything here that you would like to read and maybe read it with me, I would love to know that too. So just let me know, and I hope that you all have a wonderful week ahead and that you are enjoying this spring weather. We finally have warmth. So we are out in it as much as possible right now. And obviously the landscapers are as well, taking advantage of it. All right, everybody, thanks so much for joining me. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.